welcome to our weekly giving season session. So we'll have weekly content that will help you and your nonprofit get ready and get through giving season with great success. Now, here at Donorbox, we love sharing practical, actionable learning resources to keep you on top of all that's going on in our rapidly growing nonprofit sector. And that's something you'll take away from each week's 30-minute session. You'll leave each session with something that you can do right away. By the way, I'm Jenna. I'm the nonprofit advocate here at Donorbox. And today I am joined by Emily Brett, our account manager here at Donorbox.
Hello, thanks for having me on here and welcome everyone. Excited to see you.
Thanks for being here. Can't do it without you, Emily. All right, so today's session, getting ready for giving season, prepping your tech. If you've been thinking about your giving season to-do list, you might have already added quite a few, or maybe just a few things from our past several weeks together. So we've talked about creating your case for support, segmenting your donor list, and creating your communications plans. So just a few things on your to-do list, right? But with this, have you thought about making sure all of your tech is ready for giving season, especially the big day, which is Giving Tuesday, which is coming up this month? I could scream. But if not, we're here to tell you that it's time to add prepping your tech to your to-do list. This is so important. As you all know, technology is the backbone of your online fundraising campaign, and you cannot get through giving season without it, which is why you're using Donorbox. This is why you're using all of your amazing nonprofit tools. So today we're going to walk you through your Donorbox admin dashboard and help you get some important items prepped, set, and off your to-do list so that tech is the absolute last thing that you need to worry about once your giving season fundraising efforts are in full swing. And they may already be ramping up, right? So if you like, go ahead. We'll give you just a few seconds. Log into your Donorbox account right now so that you can follow along step by step. As always, we've got a poll question, and this is kind of just a temperature check for you today. Want to see how everybody's feeling. How ready are you to launch your giving season campaign? Are you so ready? Maybe you're almost ready, but not quite. Just a few more things to get off that to-do list. You still have a lot of work to do. You're not ready at all, or maybe you're like the most ready and you've already launched. I didn't include that option in the poll, but let us know how you're feeling in this poll, or you can drop us a line in the chat. Oh, Emily, oh, there you are. We lost you for a second, I think. Yeah.
I'm back, but yeah.
You're back.
For a second.
All right, let's
just see these poll results.
A little bit across the board. Nobody's saying I'm so ready. I wasn't expecting anybody to be saying that. So majority saying I'm almost ready, but not quite. Some folks are saying I still have a lot of work to do, and equally as much saying I'm not ready at all. So we have 5 tips for you today. Tip number 1 is possibly the most important to making sure that your campaign is ready to go. If you haven't already, you'll need to set up your payment processor in Donorbox so you can start receiving those precious giving season donations. So Donorbox supports 2 payment processors, Stripe and PayPal. Stripe is our main payment processor, and we cannot recommend it enough. It's safe, it's efficient, it's cost effective, offers so many options for payment. But PayPal is also great too, and a lot of folks use that. And PayPal has the Venmo option as well. So they're both highly regarded for their data security. This is absolutely important to us. So to maximize your donations, it's best to sign up for both Stripe and PayPal so that donors can choose their preferred method of payment. There's lots to choose from. So you're not creating any barriers when people go to donate. You want to give them as many options as possible so that when they do donate, there's something for everyone. You're not creating a barrier, making it difficult for them to complete that transaction. So if you do have to just choose one payment processor, though, we recommend Stripe. And I'm going to pass it over to Emily to talk a little bit more about these payment processors, just in case if you do not have these set up, or if you want to set up an additional one. So Emily, changing the slide, and over to you.
Okay, thank you. So I promise you can't miss it. We have it right there for you to connect your payment processor. If you're new to Donorbox, you'll see it right at the top of your page when you log in. You can easily connect Stripe. and or PayPal, like Jenna said, by following the easy steps set up for you when you click Connect Payment Processors. Your options will either be to create the Stripe account if you don't have one, or if you already have your Stripe account set up, you can easily just log in, follow the instructions, it connects right for you. But either way, if you don't have an account, setting it up is easy. It literally tells you step by step to connect it to your bank account. And then same with PayPal, you'll put your email address in. It'll be able to tell if you already have an account or if you need to create one. So it's that simple. And then if you ever want to go back in, either change your bank account information or just check that you have everything set up appropriately, you can go under account on your dashboard, which is always on your left side there, and then click payment processors.
Sounds easy enough. So I highly recommend, if you already know you have your payment processor set up, go ahead and check up on them anyways. Make sure that you've got the right PayPal account or Stripe account connected if you know that you have multiple team members that have other accounts. So go into your account, click on that payment processors tab, and make sure you've got everything you need set up correctly. If you are new to this process, if you're new to Donorbox, if you're having some trouble, it's a really simple process, but if you need more support while setting these up, you can always email us at support@donorbox.org. And Kara, since you were behind the scenes, I'll have you drop that email in the chat for me if you wouldn't mind, please. And they'll make sure to walk you through the process and make sure that you're set up. This is essential. You cannot collect donations without setting this up. So this is the number one absolute must do for your fundraising campaign. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. All right, on to the next kind of a speedy session today. Tip number 2 is we recommend toggling on Ultra Swift Pay. This is one of our awesome features here at Donorbox to allow your donors to make donations 4 times faster. That's faster than any tech platform can get donations through. So Ultra Swift Pay brings speed to the donor payment experience, like I said, 4 times faster. And it does this by allowing your supporters to use fast digital wallet payment methods such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal Checkout, Venmo, and Mercado Pago. So with Ultra Swift Pay, your supporters don't need to add their personal details like their first name, last name, email, and address. And these will automatically be picked up from their digital wallets, such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal Checkout, Venmo, all those things I just mentioned. So that reduces a step in the donation process, making the process quick and easy. So many people are using these payment methods. These are the only payment methods that I use, truthfully. And I think that digital wallets are a major thing right now. Make sure you're catering to that by turning that on. So Emily, can you tell us how to do that?
I sure can. Thank you. We have a nice little video here that lets you kind of follow along, but if you've recently created a Donorbox campaign, it's likely that Ultra Swift Pay is already enabled for you, especially if it's a newer campaign. If you do want to check or make sure that it's enabled or turn it on yourself, you can head over to the specific campaign. You'll click on that little pencil icon, which is the edit button. And then from there, you'll go to Essential. And then you'll just scroll down a little. You'll toggle on Ultra Swift Pay. And you'll be able to see there, like it shows in the picture, that it is enabled. And then if donors don't want to use Ultra Swift Pay, they can always click More Options to bypass that. And then whatever other options you have, whether it's, Stripe, PayPal, a bank account, ACH, that will show up on there for them to use.
Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the link so that if you're not familiar with Ultra Swift Pay, you can learn a little bit more. It will walk you through the setup. There's also a helpful YouTube video in there. So you can find that there. Again, your donors don't have to use this option, but if they're already using these digital wallets, this just creates a really speedy, seamless checkout experience. Okay. Tip number 3 might be my favorite for giving season is enable your crowdfunding on your campaign. So if you have a specific giving season campaign, you're hosting it on Donorbox, you should enable crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is an excellent way to get your feet wet and spread the word about your organization's mission without spending all that extra money and time. And here are a few reasons why. Shareability, for one, crowdfunding pages come with massive shareability opportunities that get your nonprofit more outreach and more donations. And once you connect your social media sharing links, your supporters can share your fundraising page with just a couple of clicks to their favorite social media platforms. So this is just expanding your reach, and this is what you need during giving season, is that shareability. With this comes new donors. Because of the shareability options, new people get to know about your nonprofit and the campaign that you're running for giving season. And those who care for this cause would come forward and donate and might end up sharing it with their networks as well, meaning new and more donors. Again, just a couple clicks and your crowdfunding page can be shared. There's built-in social proof with crowdfunding, which is really great. So with the power of shareability and those virtual donor walls that you can add in, this automatically works as social proof. You can see people making donations and saying enthusiastic things about your cause, which is just social proof you cannot beat. And there's a level of transparency when it comes to crowdfunding. Crowdfunding pages are packed with storytelling. You're doing storytelling already. Put it on your crowdfunding page. Tell that impactful story. And you can also include update sharing opportunities. And Emily's going to talk a little bit more about that. And naturally with this, people are going to feel more compelled to give to your cause because you're sharing all that wonderful information with them. And then quick fundraising, right? So nonprofits often need money quickly for a project or to help with urgent matters. Crowdfunding is also great for these one-off campaigns such as Giving Tuesday. So goal thermometers and regular updates on the page ensure that you raise money quickly and meet your goals. So Emily, can you go ahead and share how to enable this?
Yes, I can. So crowdfunding is easy to set up for a campaign. You'll simply go to campaigns on your dashboard. I know you guys have seen it before. You'll select that familiar pencil icon on the campaign that you want to use crowdfunding on. And then you'll see where it says fundraising page and crowdfunding. You'll click on fundraising page right there. And then that's where you'll see the option to toggle on. It says enable crowdfunding under crowdfunding options there. So this feature also gives you the option to allow guests to subscribe to your updates via email by selecting that little checkbox there. And then on this next page, I'll show you an example. If we want to go to the next slide. So here we have an example, just answers what it's called, and it's got crowdfunding enabled. So for instance, you can see over in that box on the right side there, it says, would you like to receive our updates? So that connects to that little check mark box that we saw on the previous slide. So if you do have that checked, that'll show up on there. So then when you add notifications where it says updates there, when you add notifications, donors will get an email with your updates, which is nice. So if you have a project or, something specific that you're fundraising for, you'll be able to keep your donors up to date. And then just kind of as a reminder, you also have that donor wall, which Jenna will talk more about donor walls in a little bit, but that's just kind of nice for donors to be able to show their support.
Awesome. I love it. I love the subscribe and update feature of that. That just makes sure that people are in the loop with your campaign every step of the way. So you can do an update every day if you like, or if it's Giving Tuesday, every hour, every couple of hours, and people are going to see those. And if they're not ready to donate the first time they land onto this page, with those continuous updates, you're going to convert them, right? You're going to keep them in the loop and hopefully convert them into donors. So if you want to learn more, I am launching the link, how to start crowdfunding with Donorbox. It's got you all the steps to make sure you've got it set up, shows you the features, and it even has some best practices in there. Of course, you can always visit our nonprofit blog for more best practices on crowdfunding as well. All right, and I see that we have a comment in the chat. Is there a way to show the match funds on the campaign as well as the donations roll in? Well, you know, I love that you asked that, and I hope I'm understanding correctly. So tip number 4 is actually add-on employer gift matching, so matching people's funds. So this tip is especially important so you don't leave money on the table this giving season. I always say this, if you're not using employer gift matching, you are truly leaving money on the table. So Donorbox has partnered with Double the Donation, the leading corporate donation matching company. And this partnership allows you to boost your donations without any extra fundraising, give your donors the best employer donation matching experience out there, and effortlessly raise more funds and increase your revenue this giving season. It's truly an incredible tool to use year-round, but especially impactful during the most generous season of the year when you're really seeing those fundraising dollars come in for your organization. So the add-on for this is only $40 a month with Donorbox, and we bill monthly and prorate for partial months, making it a really affordable addition to your tax, so you can turn it on for giving season and turn it off when you're done with it, which is really great. So Emily, I'm gonna roll it over to you so you can share a little bit more. Let's see if I can get this page going. There you go.
Okay, so like Jenna said, employee gift matching is here. It's easy to set up, of course. So from that dashboard, you'll click on integrations and add-ons, that drop down. You'll select employee gift matching. And then this is what the screen looks like. As you can see, we have our beautiful Jenna there. With the video, that'll help, but it's easy on this example. You'll just kind of toggle on down there. This one's already enabled, but on the bottom there, it'll say enable company matching. You'll toggle that on. And then, as Jenna mentioned, we pair with Double the Donation, and they have over 20,000 companies in their system that you can match with for your employer. And then I think Jenna has, go to this next slide. So how does it work? And this might have been what was asked in the chat. So basically you have here on your donation form, the employer donation matching is right there on your form, on the donation form. And after your donor selects the donation amount, they can search for their employer's company under employer donation matching to see if they are on there. I put an example on here of Amazon. When you search that, you'll then click on it, and then you'll just go ahead to the next page. Once they complete their donation, we give your donor a link to a donation matching page with their employer's matching procedures. And then that donation matching page is branded with your organization's logo. It has your tax ID on it and contact information. And then it also comes with an FAQ, which is nice and helpful for the donor to have right there with them.
Awesome. And if you guys want to learn more about Double the Donation, I'm going to go ahead and launch our page here so that you can learn more. Again, this is a really great feature. We see a lot of donations come in where people are doing that employer matching. Again, for $40 a month, you can turn it on. We prorate for partial months. It's well worth it for giving season. All right, and I know we're running a little bit longer than we promised, so we're plugging right along. This is our last tip, and then we have a bonus for you. Tip number 5 is kind of a twofer. So last tip is to set your thank you message, so the message that folks see once they donate, or your post donation page. So the thank you message, and I know you guys know this, is so important because it's the first thing your donor sees after they've made a donation. It's your opportunity to say thank you for their support and let them know how much you appreciate their generosity and what kind of impact they've had. Or you can opt to redirect your donor to a link of your choice to say thank you after they've made their donation. So you can redirect them to a page or a thank you video on YouTube that you filmed with all of your staff, which is kind of cool. I've seen that some of our organizations do that. Or maybe even a special event page inviting them to a donor appreciation event for them to sign up. It could also be a page to subscribe to your newsletter or a link to a donor survey. I really like this option for redirecting your donor. You should be thanking them. That should be the number one thing. But you can really guide the donor experience in this way. So yes, they can donate. You can say that lovely thank you message, but you can also guide them to where you want them to go after they've completed their donation. So Emily, passing it over to you.
Okay. So to set up the thank you message, that's seen when the donor makes the donation, like Jenna said, you'll start from your dashboard again. You'll click your little pencil icon in the campaign that you want to update your message on, and then you'll select after, which is going to be on the top right. And then here, just you can see as an example, are the two options, the thank you message. So you can write whatever you'd like in there, or you can redirect them to the page of your choosing. Like Jenna said, you could send it back to your home page, a special event page. You could even create a thank you page, from your own website and direct them there. So lots of options there as well.
Awesome. Thank you. And Catherine is asking, where do I find this again? So you're going to go to the campaign that you want to set this for under campaigns, and then you'll see that little pencil icon. And then it will be that after box that you'll see in that upper kind of right-hand corner where you can set these items. And rest assured, if you don't have your dashboard open with us and following along, you will receive the recording today, and I will have all these steps listed out with helpful links to go along with them. But this is a really important one because you want to leave your donors with this good feeling, this lasting impression after they've made their donation.
Yeah, so basically when you log into Donorbox, Catherine, everything will be on that left-hand side on the dashboard, and under fundraise, if you click campaigns, that's where you'll see all your campaigns and where you can find a little pencil icon on each of those.
Awesome. Now, a couple of bonus tips for you. If you're with us last week, Bobby Joe already mentioned these, but we have to mention them again because they're so impactful. So these are really valuable features to consider. So here we've got our goal meter, which is really great because it helps people visualize your goal and the progress, and very importantly, direct an impact the donor has had towards that goal. So if you have a $50,000 goal, like here on this example, if they see that you're at 49,000, maybe they'd be inclined to get that extra 1,000 because that gets you there, right? So there's creating this sense of urgency, and they're seeing that goal move closer and closer, which is a really compelling reason to give. So this really helps donors visualize where you are and helps them see how they've helped as well. And then you can also utilize the donor wall. I know we've mentioned this a couple of times already. Donor walls allow your supporters to publicly share their donations and help give additional inspiration and relevancy to other supporters who are considering making a donation. So if Emily made a $7,500 donation, that would be great, right? She can leave a little note with that, like, best organization ever. You've helped so many people. I'm going to donate every year. A potential donor is going to see that and be like, wow, this Emily chick really loves this organization. Well, there it is, built-in social proof. They're going to want to donate as well. You don't need to really Google, try to find reviews, because you're going to have built-in kind of reviews on your donation page right there from folks who are donating. So you cannot beat this. And again, these are really easy to enable for your campaigns. And I will include the links for these because I know we're a little bit over time in the recording recap that you will receive via email today. So definitely turn those on if you're launching a fundraising page through Donorbox. So your weekly practical actions, I should say, are everything that we just went through. So you're going to use this checklist and the guides that you will receive via email in that recording link to get these things done. Number one, your payment processor. You cannot raise donations. You cannot raise funds without having this set up. You have to do this first. No question about it. Ultra Swift Pay, again, lets folks donate 4 times faster. So, and it really offers a lot of great options for that digital wallet. Enable that crowdfunding to expand your reach and let people share your cause even easier. Employer gift matching so you can truly double your donations. Do not leave money on the table, folks. And then set that thank you and that post donation page so that you can appreciate people right away once they donate and really guide that donor experience. So just a few things to check off. It should only take a few minutes to work through this list. And then your tech will be set and done. And then you can concentrate on all those other items that you need to roll out for Giving Tuesday. So we do have a few minutes, you guys. Any questions that you have for us, the floor is yours. Go ahead and drop them in the chat. I see some questions in the chat, and Gabrielle, we'll follow up with you as Kara mentioned, and we'll make sure that we have an answer for you there. Any questions about setting up your Donorbox tech? Any roadblocks you've faced? You know, any other features you would like to know about? How do you set up employer matching? So let me go back to the page there, Charles. Let's see. And again, this will be included in the recap that you'll get today. So employer matching is pretty easy. You're going to log into your account and go down to your integrations and add-ons tab on that left-hand side, and then find the employer gift matching option. And then here, because this is already enabled, it says enabled, but you're going to go ahead and click enable. So again, maybe you're coming in right later into the session. This add-on is $40 a month, but you can turn it on anytime, and we prorate for partial months. Let's see. All right. Ellen says, your thank you is set to send a thank you that has donated but our website has a lovely letter from our president with our letterhead in her picture. Can we do both? So Emily, correct me if I'm wrong. It has to be one or the other, correct? For the
yeah, so this thank you that we were showing is just what shows at the very end when they donate. So that'll go, you know, when they click off to another website, that'll go. And then the one that, like the letter from your president that you would send through Donorbox, they'll get that as a receipt.
Yes.
I think that's what you're asking.
Yes. So that's the best way to do it. I think if you still want to have this post thank you message at the end, you can include that. And then in the email receipt, you can include this thank you letter for your president with the letterhead and her picture. That's more traditional to attach that as a PDF with that receipt. If you need to learn how to do that, let me pull up the link for you really quick. And I've got your name here, so if I can't find it in time, I will email it to you to make sure that you can email that. And Kara says too, you can redirect your URL on this page right here. So that's true as well. If that note from your president is on a URL, you can drop that in your redirect instead.
Oh, I'm sorry. You meant on your website. Yes, I was thinking you meant through our website. Yes, so you can drop your URL right where Kara said, and that redirect, and then it'll go to the nice page. It sounds like that your website already has set up with the letter from the president. So that's a great idea.
Excellent.
You cannot do both. You'll just do one or the other on those.
And if you have many more questions about that, Ellen, you can always reach out to us. And I'll get our page up. You can always reach out to us at academy@donorbox.org. For any techie stuff, though, for Donorbox, setting up your account, making sure the tech is working, we highly suggest you reach out to support@donorbox.org. And I'm going to drop that in the chat. Again, our support team is amazing. I cannot say enough good things about our team. They're so quick to respond, so helpful, so friendly. So you'll definitely make sure that you've got everything you need. All right, we have gone over time. I know that this was a speedy session. If you have any questions about prepping your tech, you need some support, or if you just need us to check up on something for you to, kind of do a little checkup as a third party and make sure that you've got an extra set of eyes on it, we are happy to do that. That's why we're here. You can reach out to us at academy@donorbox.org, and we can always help connect you to our support team, which is support@donorbox.org. I want to thank you all for all that you're doing to serve others. And
thank you.
Thank you, Emily, for being with us today.